live, and I believe we're going live.
My goodness. What a novel concept.
Now it says Red Live. I'm telling you, this thing was not saying that shit before, dude. I'm not stupid.
I know you ain't.
Well, yeah, not everybody does. All my podcast listeners know that I am pretty much stupid. Let's give them something to chat about. Chatting out with you.
And so in this new movie, not only do I have a girl friend in the movie that's way younger and way hotter than me, I also have two, because one of them breaks up with me, and the girl that breaks up with me is like a world-class Dominican model who in real life, she wouldn't have touched me with a 10-foot pole, but, I do appreciate her helping out the cause. But, yes, we all write, and this, the second movie actually has a script. It actually was everything was scripted, except for a couple of intentionally improv spots. We had a couple of improv actors, and we let them go loose. But, I appreciate that, man. The dialogue means a lot to me, and I think that's our strength is we have funny, original dialogue. When you have low budget movies, we can't have drone shots from outer space showing missiles blowing up
exactly and
complexes. You have to fill it with something else.
When dialogue gets going, just like the way Kevin Smith does. I mean, who gives a fuck about two guys sitting at a fucking gas station talking about their stuff all day?
Right.
And I mean, but you made me give a crap. In this day and age of movies, like, you got to be a little bit of everything. Like, you don't see a whole lot of movies that are just comedic. You don't see a whole lot of movies that are just scary. Everything kind of has a little bit of everything mixed in.
Well, thank you for that. It's asset management. I mean, a lot of our people are wrestlers. That's why we can do a lot of one-take stuff. And we have now the second movie. The first movie, we had about 15 actors or 16 actors, but really it was 4 people. This second movie, we have over 100 actors in it. It was crazy, but now we have magicians, drag queens, and furries, and, just all sorts of incredible comedians and musicians. But so you use your assets, so we all could wrestle, and so that was like, well, we'll have a fight scene that's a wrestling.
Dude, I think you just came up with the tagline. That's the tagline for that movie, man. You sold me right there. I was like, yeah. Even if I never saw the fucking hike, I would have been like, dude, where can I get this right now? Because I want to see how you mix drag queens and furries together, bro.
So we're making a series of movies. So the hike was the first one, WJHC, and they're all about legends and lore of the Smoky Mountains. The third one is going to be a straight up horror called Camp Smoky, and it's going to be fucking wild. It's going to be a wild fucking movie. And
are you creating a connected universe for everything real quick? Is everything like kind of connected like that? Okay.
Kind of. There's like, let's see, what can I say? The mojo that the girls find that has the spirit of Spearfinger, Luke is playing a stoner. He wears that in the WJHC. This may be a little highbrow, but it was for us. So do you remember the forest ranger who was drunk in the hike?
Yes, I do. Yes, that's one of my questions for off air. I didn't want to get a spoiler alert on that, but yeah, I had a couple questions about that guy.
Okay, so there was a scene where he thought the skunk was pretty, and then some reason, or he thought it was cute, and then some reason he got mad and he kicked it, and he called it a moron. Well, but in the second movie, there's kind of a dumb Southern gospel jock named Sister Christian. And she's doing this commercial over the air, and I'm going to go pee. So I'm going to, and I'm in the bathroom and I'm peeing, and I look up and there's this sign that's a skunk on the wall, and she's screwing up her advertisement, and she's fucking it up on the air. And I just look at the sign, I just go, moron. And so it's an homage to the first thing where he kicked the skunk. Called it a moron. They're all connected loosely, but
then I'm excited. Y'all found a fan.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'm really fucking good shit, man. Really good. I like everything y'all doing. I mean, like when Amber, when she reached out to me and like spoke, I mean, she's passionate about y'all's projects, and I mean, whoever you're finding, I mean, it sounds like you find passionate people that want to build, and I mean, it just takes, I mean, it takes just keep pumping shit out. I mean, even if you think nobody's watching your shit or nobody's checking it out, I mean, people are.
Guys are funny and this. So I mean, so what has happened, and it's all a maturation over time. So the second movie, I'd say 60-70% of the movie, 60% of the movie is shot in this radio station. We had to sneak in at night. It's actually a television station, but it's so archaic. It actually looks like the radio station I worked at in the mid 90s. And the movie's black and white, by the way. So it does have a 90s. We're very much vibing on the 90s in this Y2K movie.
And dude, that shit's huge, man. That shit is huge right now, dude. Like if our generation, that's what's coming big.
Yeah. So so we got a television station for the second movie.
I like it, you know, and
it's all about connection, you know, and telling stories and stuff. And
I'm excited to see the rest of your stuff, and I'm gonna. The only thing I would say, what was your show? Wrestling with
Ghosts.
Wrestling with Ghosts. Can we change that to wrestling? Wrestling, WRAS. Like,
it may be too late, but yeah, that's actually a good idea.
I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. I like
absolutely.
Motherfucker, did we just become best friends? Shit. I think they just watched us live become best friends.
Like, you know, she's a musician. I'm a musician. Luke was a musician. Our second movie, she sings the opening title sequence too. That's a badass song as well. So it's all about asset management and using a big group of people who believe in the projects and go, hey, this is cool, this is fun. And everybody we shoot music videos for bands and artists and stuff, and we do other things too. We do comedy videos,
right?
And other types.
I think I saw some of y'all's little comedy shorts.
Yeah, like Tank My Ride is one, and Luke does a My Pillow commercial. It's real funny. That was kind of recent. Ancestry.com. We did a Let's Make It Weird with that one. So yeah, we do. But you know, we all have multiple interests and stuff. So that's what you do. Is it's asset management. What can we do that's interesting? And I'm blessed to have all these neat friends who are really good. And this next movie, WJHC, there was one part. This is interesting. You may find this interesting. Canny was going to play the second lead, but she got pregnant. And I was like, that's okay. And she had spear finger baby. Everybody thought she was hot as hell, and she got pregnant immediately after the baby. And I said, that's okay. We'll have you as this part. We'll just have you as pregnant and you chain smoking or something. And she kind of was. She's got a religious family, and she said, I don't know if I don't want to be on this. This movie's kind of sacrilegious, I think. So let's. I'm going to peel off on this one and just write and do some voiceover work. So we casted another woman who was perfect, and she was a woman who I didn't have any idea that she could act. I sent out the casting call to actually actresses all across the South, and some were too hot, some were too heavy, some were too old, some were too young, some were too cutesy. This woman was perfect. She was, and so it was interesting to find a diamond in the rough. And a friend of mine who really, she was going through some personal stuff. She needed some love too. She needed a good opportunity. But yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to have all these knuckleheads around.
But yeah, I think next time somebody asks you like everything y'all do, you should just respond back like you should ask what we don't do. That'd be a shorter conversation, sir.
We just shot a scene in Hot Springs, Arkansas, which is about 10 hours away from us, and we were. A guy flew up from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, to play Satan in a role. And so we were at the Marriott at about 3 a.m. Everybody was drinking. So Kirby, who took her shirt off, well, you should see Kirby now. Kirby now is even hotter than she was. So, but anyway, Kirby was there. A bunch of other dudes were there. The pilots were there. And these guys came in who were from Texas. They had big, giant hats on. And their girlfriends. They're like, what do you do? And I said, we're swingers. And they're like, no, seriously. And I was like, It's just easier to tell you that we're swingers.
Right.
And they were like, no, tell me really what you do. How do you guys meet each other? I said, well, me and him, talking to Luke, I met him in pro wrestling. He's my tag team partner. We met Kirby on a paranormal, when we were investigated the Saragusa Horsefly Chronicles home in Easton, Pennsylvania for a paranormal show. These guys are actors who flew up to play the devil, and that's his friend. And they were like, what the fuck? You're lying to me. And I said, and then the pilot was like, we're swingers. That's all you need to know. Because it was just all too convoluted and crazy. But yeah.
We're swingers sounded like an easier.
Yeah.
And that probably ends a lot of people are like, ooh, swingers, we'll walk away now.
Well, there was only one girl, too, so she had to she has to hydrate.
Oh, dude, speaking of which, when was the last time you watched the Planet of the Apes movie, the first one?
Gee whiz. I was probably a kid, to be honest with you.
I'm watching the Planet of the Apes movie, and, it's Charlton Heston and, like, 3 other dudes and 1 female, right? And at one point, Charlton Heston says she was supposed to be our Eve. If she could just deal with our insatiable appetites. Like, dude, you literally just talked about, like, raping this girl, and, like, she's going to have to take all y'all's stuff. It was still rated G. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, what the fuck? Like, literally, I contemplated, like, I want to make a TikTok out of that moment. Like, Charlton Heston saying, oh, she could just take all our dicks. Like, dude, how is this okay for kids even today?
Gotta perpetrate the species, man.
But okay, so one woman's gonna. So how are we gonna? You said one woman for 3 guys, and we're just gonna all do each other and make babies out of, like, that's gonna be a weird nation that comes out of that, dude.
There's gonna be, in real life situation, somebody would fall in love with her, so somebody would kill the other guy. She's not just a pretty girl. She's not just a decent actress. She is like-minded, and she is a huge, valuable asset to the creative force that is Big and Funky. She's off limits. And then I had a conversation with Luke and Travis. They're like, but what if? I'm like, no,
what if?
None of it. No, because she's valuable. She's not just a girl. She's not just she's one of us. So, and thank God that's been adhered to, and we're still rocking and rolling. There's no animosity or jealousy or anything like that. And the guys were a little jealous that I got to kiss her in the movie, though. But that they'll have to get over that.
Yeah, I mean, it's she looked like she was making a Big Mac at McDonald's when she kissed you. Unfortunately, it was just something she had to do. I'm so joking, man. That's actually the look that strippers get when they're giving me a lap dance. So, dude, and I just want to say, dude, I really enjoy your films. I enjoy what y'all are doing. I would love to interview you again and hear about the stuff in the future, man. I want to keep abreast and know what's happening. I'm looking forward to this next film, and I'm going to try to follow y'all's stuff a little bit more.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right, man. Well, we thank y'all all for listening. This will be live on Friday. I'll put it out there for y'all all to hear. And this was Vinny. Fucking great. Everything was great. Everything about the hike. Go see it. It's out of it. Anything else available right now for them to go see?
Just Wrestling with Ghost on a Sci TV and Tree TV, and you can go to our Big and Funky Productions YouTube page. There's a lot of comedy. There's video game stuff. There's music videos that we've done for people. But there's a lot of stuff. There's new trailers for the new movies. We got a trailer for the 3rd movie coming out this week, but also we've got 3 trailers for if you're interested in WJHC, which a lot of people are, because a lot of people are used to dogma and Christian weirdness and hypocrisy, and some people like movies about God and Y2K and movies about the 90s, and a lot of people are interested in this one. So if you want to go see some of the trailers, which the theatrical trailer just was released a few weeks ago, it's on Big and Funky Productions, Big N Funky Productions YouTube page. So check that out.
I love that fucking name too, dude. Like, I every time you said it, like, dude, that is a great fucking name for a production company.
I appreciate it. It comes from the tag team, Big Luke and Funkmaster V. He's 7 feet tall, and I can do this.
Funkmaster V, yeah. That is, I'm not. You don't come off as a Funkmaster, Vinny.
You should have seen me. No, I am. I'm a jive talking. Look, I used to have an afro for years. I just got so old that the curls started to fall out of it. But yeah, I was a funk bass player for 12 years in a hip hop band.
Where can I find your matches at, by the way? I'm sure there's some of your matches somewhere on YouTube, right? Or something?
Big and Funky Productions. If you search Funkmaster V on that Big and Funky Productions, you'll see there's probably about 5 or 6 really good matches that are on there.
Well, I'm going to try to do the research and provide links for everyone that listens to the podcast on my YouTube channel and the podcast, just to make sure, because I want this to get out there as much as possible. My 5 people are going to love your shit.
Well, it's worth it, baby.
Yeah, you got 5 more viewers at least. I mean, that's 5 more you had before. Like shit.
Yeah, and leave 5-star reviews on Amazon too.
Yeah, I need to do that. I have not done that yet, and I do have a 5-star review for y'all's asses. I completely a procrastinator at the worst, dude. At the worst.
It's all good. It's all good. It just every little bit helps, and the more reviews you get, the Amazon will keep you around longer, and they'll bump you up with and their algorithms and stuff.
All right, I hear my son coming back, so let me end this so they don't get a bunch of the yelling and screaming. Let's give them something to chat about. Chat now, chat now, chat now, chat now.